So as you all know, we are here for GDSC introduction. So how many of you know what GDSC is? Okay, no one. So GDSC is basically a Google program by Google for a community of student developers. So you can join GDSC as your COCOM member. There are a lot of benefits of joining GDSC, like you have access to Google's courses, resources, workshop, webinar, and you will get a lot of hands-on experience. And you will also receive skill building and resume building and all, as you can know. Then we conduct a lot of activities and events like hackathons, coding competitions. We have lecture series, sessions, online sessions, offline sessions, a lot of things to help you. We are having our co-committee interviews from 6 to 8 September. So I hope all of you are planning to apply. So let's start with the resume building session. So for this, we are going to build a resume live. For that, I will need a volunteer. Anyone wants to volunteer for making of the resume?
Yes.
Okay, who was that? Can you open your mic?
Yes.
Mihir. Okay. So Mihir, you already have a resume or do you want me to build it from scratch?
Yes, I have a resume.
Okay, so can you send it to me in the chat if possible?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, you have a overleaf resume. Very good. So overleaf, actually we were planning to create a Word resume today because most of the second year students don't really know what overleaf is at yet. But it's really great that you already have an overleaf resume.
Just tell about what overleaf is. Many students will not be knowing that.
So basically, Overleaf is a tool which is used to create PDFs. And we use it for resume. Like all engineers create their resume on Overleaf because when you apply to any major companies, they tend to have something called as resume scanners. So your ATS. So all your resumes in engineering need to be ATS friendly. So for that, Overleaf helps because Overleaf creates a completely scannable resume. So if you apply for any company, they don't really check your resume like at first. First, they put it through ATS, and then the ATS scans the resume and it removes the keywords. It finds out the keywords of your resume, and if you have great, nice keywords, then only your resume reaches the second round and is seen by an actual human. So if you do not have an ATS friendly resume, your resume won't be seen. So, but as of now, in your second year, we do not expect you to have overleaf resume, at least for your GDSA co-committee interviews. So today I was planning to create a resume for you guys using Word. So we have two resume templates that we recommend as GDSC at your level for second year, Word templates. So, but you already have a resume template. Okay.
This is almost
Maybe,
perfect.
but it's 2-page resume, right? Resume
It's a
should
bit
be in one
lengthy.
page. Yeah, it's a
Correct.
bit lengthy. Okay, I think Mihir, your resume is really great, honestly. But I think someone else should have the chance because I don't know, like, I don't know
Correct. You
how.
just have to think wisely and remove some things from your resume.
ये
Yeah.
तेरा resume देख के बाकी लोग डर जाएंगे please.
यही भाई, मिहिर ऐसा मत कर, ऐसा आके ऐसा ओवरलीफ रेज्यूमे दिखाए, हम वर्ड रेज्यूमे बना रहे हैं इधर. ओके.
You're from diploma, right?
Should I leave?
नहीं नहीं यार छोड़, ऐसा ऐसा बुरा भी मत मान. हम बोल रहे हैं दूसरों को बस डरा मत. सेकंड डेज वाले सब लोग का ऐसा रेज्यूमे नहीं है रे. You can you can be in the session and just clear your doubts if you have any doubts regarding the interviews and all.
Okay, so someone
Okay,
else
interview
wants to volunteer.
It's on 6th and 8th.
Okay, thank you.
I want to volunteer for it.
Okay, can you tell me your name? Sorry, I cannot see it.
Arav,
I think it's Arav
Arav.
Lodha.
Okay, so you already have a resume, or do you want me to create one from
I
scratch?
don't have a resume.
Okay, very good. I will create one for scratch for you. So we have two resume templates that we recommend for people at your level. This is the resume template created by our app dev head, Abhishek Sinha. And this is the Harvard resume template. So which one do you want me to create for you?
The first one,
The Harvard one or the,
not the Harvard one.
okay, Abhishek's. Okay, so let's create your resume. What is your name?
Arav Lodha.
Arav Lodha. So Arav, are you on LinkedIn?
Yes.
Okay, so at this point, you are supposed to add your LinkedIn link. And have you started with lead code?
No, I have only done 1-2 programs, not much.
Okay. So once you start doing lead code, you can attach your lead code link here. If it is really nice, if it's not that good, then it's okay if you leave out your lead code. Then do you have a GitHub account?
Is it necessary to add a lead code only? Can we not add different accounts?
Yes, you can definitely add your CodeChef account, any account, competitive coding account, which you think if people see, they will want to hire you or they want to take you in the committee. You can add any link.
Even you can, even you can put your freelance account if you have on Fiverr and Upwork. That's
Okay,
also,
okay.
you can, yeah.
Okay, and you
It's
have a GitHub
basically
account?
anything great you have done up till now, the link to it at the top
No.
of your resume.
No, not. I've not done anything great.
Okay, it's
No
okay.
issue.
At this point, it's not. And you have a GitHub account, right?
Yes.
Okay, so at this, you have to add your GitHub account. So
Okay.
now, what branch are you from?
Computer engineering.
Okay, so this is where you add your education status. I won't ask you here, but you can add. Then, do you have any experience?
No.
Okay, as of now, you don't have any experience, so you can remove this section. Okay.
Okay.
We don't expect you to have a experience. But have you done any, any achieved great things? Like if you are, in school, did you take part in any long boot camp, like 1 month long? That is also considered as a proper experience.
Okay.
So you can add any of that. Do you have any of that?
Not. I don't remember.
Okay, so for now, we will remove your experience section. Then do you have any projects?
No, I just have made one project now for the Unicode.
Okay, so
Yeah, your
even
project
if you
can
have
be
one project,
anything.
Okay.
Basic HTML, CSS project if you have done or something like that, anything. Your mini project in the college, it can be anything.
Okay, okay.
And also try to explain the project in depth. Like what framework did you use, or what libraries did you use, whole tech stack, and what problem does the project solves. So you can explain your project.
Okay.
Okay, so even you are planning to apply for GDSC, right?
Yes, I'm planning
Okay, in which domains are you going to apply for?
web development.
Web development. So you will be doing the task for that also, right? So you can
Yeah.
add that task here. And
Okay.
there are around 2 tasks, at basic and advanced. So you can add both of them, and you can add what the project you made for that also, Unicode. So can you give a brief about the project you made for Unicode?
It's a ticket website, ticket booking website.
Okay, so what tech stack did you use for that?
What?
What did you use to create that website?
Okay, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. So here you can basically, a ticket booking website won't sound that good. So you can give it some nice name, like pick any name suggestions from Google. A ticket booking website. So
Okay, my website name was Booking Hound.
Booking Hound. Perfect. So for here, you can add it as Booking Hound, which is a ticket booking website.
Yes.
And the tech stack you use was HTML, CSS, JavaScript, right?
Yes.
Arav, you have already finished Intro to C in your class, right?
Yes. See.
So in that, you must have made a project. So you can add that project also.
Can you repeat?
So in your Intro to C classes, you must have gotten a project in the end to do.
No, I didn't receive any projects.
There was no project in your Intro to C.
No.
Okay. Okay. So if you had made any project or any other project you made for fun in C, like you said you made some big programs.
No, I didn't make any.
Okay. So I think if you do Booking Hound is a good project. And then you will do the task for GDSC. So that will give you 2 more projects. 3 projects is more than enough for your resume.
Okay.
And if you have, or if you want an edge over the other people, and what you can do is that there are 2-hour tutorials for a lot of projects. Like, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, there are 2-hour tutorials for projects made in that. So for just 2 hours, you can create a project and add that.
Okay, so I am making even one more project today. So I can make only one project with only HTML and CSS. Is it okay if I
It's
put it in
perfectly
this?
fine. It is perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay, fine.
And here, your project is hosted on GitHub.
No.
Okay,
Try to
so
host it.
please, try
Yeah,
to
yeah.
host it on GitHub. And
Yes.
even if you don't host that website anywhere, at least add the code on GitHub and attach the link here. As you can see, you can attach any GitHub link here.
Yeah, yeah. I will.
So for your GDSC COCOM interviews, we would encourage you to please add GitHub links to everything, because if you don't add GitHub links, we won't know whether you have actually did it or you just written it. So if you add your GitHub, we can actually take a look at what you have made. So that will give you a much better, chance to get selected. So what are the features for the Booking Hound project?
Features as in
What does the website do?
there are a list of movies and shows, and the user can select any one show or a movie and book tickets for it, and select the number of tickets, and accordingly the price appears.
Okay, so the list is already hard coded, or are you getting it from any API?
It's hard coded.
It is hard coded. Okay. And what did you use JavaScript for?
JavaScript for filtering the events, and for calculating the price.
Okay. So let us create the explanation for your project. So first we will say it is a ticket booking project. A ticket booking project where the user can, what did you say? The user can see a list of the tickets, right?
Yes, see a list of tickets. See a list of movies and shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
List of movies and shows and choose uh, and buy their tickets, right?
Yeah.
List is filtered using JavaScript.
Yes.
Okay, so please add that point.
Yes.
If you are using JavaScript, it gives your project an edge over a normal HTML, CSS project. So make sure to mention what you are using JavaScript for. List is filtered using JavaScript. Mhm. Cost is also calculated automatically, right?
Yeah. Cost is using JavaScript.
Okay. Any other feature?
No.
Okay, so when you make your task for GDSC, you should add that also. Okay.
Okay.
Now for the skills, what languages do you know?
C, Java. Only these two languages.
C, Java. Okay.
Yeah, and
And
can we?
JavaScript is also a language.
Java.
You can add it here.
Okay.
Now, this is the resume of our app dev head. So he has made a specific section for app development, but you are more interested into web development. So instead
Yes.
of app development, you can put web development. So when we see your resume, we will know that you are interested into web development and web development is your specialty.
Yes.
So here in web development, you can add HTML, CSS, JavaScript.
JavaScript.
Later, you will be learning a lot of framework and web development, so you can add that as well.
Yeah.
And any other tools that you use? Like GitHub, you must be knowing GitHub, right?
Yes.
So let's add a section for tools.
Okay.
Tools, GitHub, and Windows also count as a tool.
Okay.
Have you ever used Linux?
Yeah, I'm using a Mac right now, so does that count?
Yeah, you can add it, like for the sake of filling your resume.
Okay.
And okay, this much is
Even if
enough.
it's any video editing software, you can put that as well.
Yeah,
Okay.
and if you are really good with any Microsoft Word or Excel, you can put that as well if you want to fill this section more.
Good with
Okay.
PPT. Yeah.
And are you in any club or committee?
No, not now, not till now.
Okay. But in school, were you any prefect or have you ever taken a position of responsibility in school?
No.
No. Okay. So your positions of responsibility tab will also be empty right now.
Yeah.
So I'll remove that. Now achievements and certificates. Do you have any achievements that you think? Have you
Mm,
started with hacker rank?
yes, yes.
Okay, so that counts as an achievement.
Okay.
How many stars you have in hacker rank?
Oh, I've started. I've done that a long time ago. I don't remember right now, but I can
Okay.
add the stars. Like,
Yeah, so here add hacker rank as your heading.
yeah,
And
I'm
here, whichever,
interested for
yeah,
gigs.
if you have 3 stars in Python, you can add Python 3 stars.
Yeah.
There won't be any link for hacker rank. You don't need to put
Three
hacker rank.
stars in Java.
Okay, so Java 3 stars.
Yes.
That's actually an achievement. Hacker rank is always an achievement, and hacker rank also provides certification, right? So that also if you have done, you can put it here. Java
Okay.
3 stars, and anything any else? C also you have done.
No, no, I'm not done C.
Okay, so Java 3 stars, it's an achievement. And in the date, you will put ongoing because you are still doing hacker rank, right? Even if you are not doing, put ongoing.
Okay.
And you have started with lead code. You can put that, I think, maybe
I'm
for
not
the sake.
like I've just started. I've not done anything else.
Okay. So hacker rank 3 stars and hacker rank, you know C, right? So
Yes.
maybe you can take 1 or 2 stars in C and just add it. So that will
Oh,
look good.
okay, okay.
Then any certificates you have taken in college or in school, anything?
Certificates. Like I have sports certificates in school.
Okay. So
But
are you
I don't
interested in
remember.
any, are you really good at some sports or something?
Uh, really good. Yeah, in
Okay.
running, athletics, 100, 200.
Okay, so right now you have a lot of empty space in your resume. So if you want to fill it, you can even add your interests and hobbies for now.
And try changing the font size. You can make it big.
Yeah, just
Also,
for
if
the,
you
Side.
want to fill it, you can add a about me section, like where you
Yeah,
write
about
two,
section is
three lines
important.
about yourself.
You can
What
also
are your
add soft skills like
interests?
communication skills, etc. You're hardworking, something like that.
yeah, the soft skills will actually come into skills. So below, in the skills section, the last section will be your soft skills. Okay.
Soft skills. Okay.
And if you've done any certification courses or even any courses without a certification, any course you've completed, you can add
Yeah.
that also in the achievement section.
I have an certificate of HTML and CSS.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can
from
add
where?
that and also explain what you learned in the whole course.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can elaborate that.
Yeah, I've made a Google Drive clone in that.
Oh, nice. And
Yes.
that will also be a project then.
Yeah,
Oh,
then that will be also be a project.
okay.
Okay,
You
first
can fill
let's
in
fill
your
your
resume.
soft skills. What are your soft skills? Writing skills, reading, anything like that?
Communication skills.
Communication. Reading, writing, Dalu?
Writing.
Okay, writing skills. Teamwork, leadership, anything like that?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yeah.
Okay. So what achievement were you telling me that HTML CSS certificate, right?
Yeah.
From where did you take that?
Dave Town.
Okay, perfect. What is it called? HTML CSS certification. Do I write that?
Yeah.
And do you want to write something explaining what you learned in this?
I learned the basics of HTML and CSS. and made a Google Drive clone.
Also, you can add a link to your certificate along with this.
Okay, okay.
And when did you take this certification?
Around 6 months ago.
6 months ago. February?
Yes, February.
Okay, February 2023.
Yes.
Okay, you can add a link to your project. Okay,
Okay.
beside this. And have you participated in any coding competition till now?
No, no, not now.
No coding competition.
No.
So do you know what Unstop is and what Dayfolio is?
No.
Okay, so Dayfolio is a website for hackathons. So
Okay.
at that point, you can open that website and see all the hackathons and you can participate in any of them. And Unstop is a more broader site. It is for hackathons, coding competition, hiring challenges. So
Yeah.
on Unstop, you have a lot of, coding competitions, which some of them are really short, like 15 minutes competition, half an hour competition, 1 hour competition. So if you want to fill this section right, so you can open Unstop and you can discover some basic competitions like which take 1 hour, half an hour, and you can basically add that certification here.
So
So
we
here, hmm,
so we can write which hackathons we have participated in.
yes, you can add
Okay.
which hackathon you have participated. And some people the people who are really good at hackathons, sometimes what they do, they create a separate section for their hackathons.
Oh, okay.
So that is something you can do in the future if you discover that you are really good at hackathon. And here you can add all the competitions that you have participated in Unstop. I would recommend, like, if you want an edge over the other participants in the COCOM interviews, do 1 or 2 Unstop competitions, take the certificate, add here, participated in this, participated in that. So when people see your resume, what they will think, you are a very active person. You are the kind of person who looks for opportunities. So it will look really good. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, there is a lot of empty space in your resume. First of all, I will increase the font size a bit.
Yes.
This much is enough. Maybe a
Mm,
bit smaller. Okay.
yes.
Yeah. And I think, I think your resume is pretty much filled for a second year. You can add an about section. Do you want to add an about section to fill it more?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so let's add an about section for you. So your about section will always start with I am an CS student in DJ Sangvi or whatever. So
Second year CS student in DJ Sangvi College of Engineering.
now you are really interested in web development, right? So you
Yes.
can write that. So when people look at your resume, they know that you are interested in web dev. Okay. I am a web developer. Then you can write about your passions. Are you really passionate about coding? You can write that.
Yes. passionate about coding, hardworking.
Okay, I'm And do I say you are looking forward to become a web developer in the future or something like that?
Yes, yes.
You can
Okay,
also
so
include
that
your HSC. I have not included because I do not have a good marks. But
Yeah. Okay.
okay, so that's it from my side. Any other
Because
person
why
from your
us?
The marks part would come in the education, right?
sorry?
The marks part would come in the education, right?
depends. If it is like ranking of course या फिर ऐसा कुछ, तो you can put it in the achievement section.
Okay.
Yeah. Education में आएगा वैसे.
Okay, fine.
Also, one more thing, it's not necessary that you all make the resume from this template only.
Mhm.
We used it because we wanted to use something for the session.
Yeah, and we will
Uh,
send you this template also, like if you want to use it. But
Because
it's not
these kind of
compulsory.
templates are ATS friendly, and the parser is like can easily parse the whole resume. If you try to have like 2 columns in your resume, the parser could have difficulty parsing your resume. So when you're applying for big companies, like for Cocom, that's okay.
Okay, so are you satisfied with this resume, Araf?
A little bit.
Okay, so you definitely have time to improve it or remake it.
Yes, yes.
So I think we don't have time to create another resume. Does anyone want to show the resume for reviews?
Yeah.
Where do we get this template from?
We will send
We'll
you.
be giving you the link.
Okay.
Also, you can start
Yes.
posting doubts in the chat box regarding
Yeah,
anything if you have. So we can wrap up the session soon.
Or if it's a longer doubt, you can just raise your hand and we'll give you a chance to speak.
Okay, Mihir. So, how to shorten my resume? So, I think you need to prioritize it yourself. Like, think about what is important and what is not. Also, try and reduce the simple and basic things which you have introduced into your resume. Because I can see you have achieved a lot of things. So, prioritize it accordingly and remove the ones which are not so popular. So, let's say if you have won a state level hackathon in a college level, and you have 10 of those. So you can remove some of them which are not quite popular or something. Also
And you
reduce
can
the number
and
of
you can remove the
projects.
projects. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
like if you have created a really big project using React or and the other projects are HTML CSS. So of course, if someone is looking at your resume and they see the React project first, they know that you know HTML CSS. So you don't need to add your HTML CSS projects as well. So basically what you need to do, you need to show the person seeing your resume that you are capable and you know these skills. And seeing a React project, they automatically get to know that you know HTML, CSS. So you can start removing your HTML, CSS projects once you move on to other frameworks. So that is something you can do.
Also, two major projects can compensate for a list of 10 projects. So choose accordingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can FE students with less experience apply for GDSC? I think it's only for SE students, not FE students. You will get your chance next year.
Second year and third year. So you can start preparing for the next year's COCOM.
I don't know much about web development, but I do want to join the committee and learn more about it. What should I do accordingly? So you still have 6 days, and learning web development, especially HTML, CSS, is not that lengthy, Ras. So you can do it in one day. Like
Try
if you
to
start
fast.
from today. So if you start from today, you can start first of all start with a simple HTML, CSS tutorial. Then you can move on to JavaScript. And maybe if you are feeling brave, you can directly start with React also. Some people do that. They start with React. So for that, you have your YouTube is your best resource. Okay. So instead of like a lot of people I've seen when they start out, they start with theory lectures, but a lot of people they get bored with theory lectures and then they leave it. So what you can do is instead of theory lectures, you can directly see a 2 hours mini project tutorial. And instead of learning the theory, you can directly start with the implementation. And then dhire dhire you will get to know the hang of theory if you know the implementation.
You can also join Creative's team if you want to work on UI and UX of the website development. So we can work using Figma or anything, and we can collaborate with the web team if you want to start in that direction.
If I don't get in the committee this year, can we try next year? Yes. Second years can try next year in their third years. Can you get a brief about what each and every COCOM does in GDSC? Okay, Aryan, will you do that?
Okay, so we will be posting some अपना हम लोग अपना पोस्ट करने वाले हैं कोकम हर डिपार्टमेंट का क्या क्या कौन कैसे काम करने वाला है मार्केटिंग टीम के लिए पोस्ट जाएगा उन लोग का क्या काम रहेगा पब्लिसिटी रहेगा अब मेनली अब लोग तुम लोग को ओवरव्यू दे दूं अभी तो पब्लिसिटी में जैसे अभी हम लोग तुम्हारे क्लास में आए थे उनको इवेंट्स बताओ लोग जमा करना है एंड ऑल मार्केटिंग में तुम लोग को स्पॉन्सर्स लाने इवेंट के लिए बिकॉज इवेंट्स के लिए तुम लोग को जो
आर्यन तेरा
का
आवाज चला गया.
का काम नहीं देंगे पूरे कोकम को देंगे आवाज अटक मेरी
The
हेलो
tenure for COCOM is 1 year. Okay, Aryan, your voice was cutting off, so I will reiterate what you said. So in pubs, as you have seen, like we went to your class to announce the event and all. So that is what you will do in the pubs. You will maybe we will tell you to go to some other classes, not alone. Obviously, the pubs head will go with you, and you will have to publicize GDSC and explain people what events we have. And we might ask you to bring along your friends for the events, so that is what you have will do in the publicity. And in marketing, you need to bring in sponsors. So marketing is a really great skill which will help you all your life along, because you will actually be dealing with how to get money from sponsors. And along with that, it will improve your communication skills as well. You will maybe have to write some emails to give to our sponsors for asking them how to come to our college and sponsor our event. So that is what
So,
marketing does.
hello guys, I'm Vishal Mandane. I'm the marketing head. I will be. So basically, marketing. If में तुम लोग को interview, you have to show the other person कि तुम लोग valuable हो उसके company के लिए. So at the end of the day, everything is marketing. If you can see. And the challenge here is we have to make a database and we will do cold calling. So उसमें तुम लोग का presentation skills improve होंगे and GDSC का नाम भी मिलेगा. So yeah, marketing is a very good thing. You guys can check out my LinkedIn also if you want. So that's basically marketing. Yeah.
And in
हम लोग को
creatives, you will
sponsors
be
लाने हैं.
working. And in creatives, you will be working on multiple things. Like people in school, when they think of creatives, they think of museum, creating art and, decorating things. But that is called hard creatives. That's not complete creatives. Here you will have soft creatives as well, which is basically graphic designing using Canva. And then you have something called as UI UX, which is basically creating apps and websites. Like whenever you create an app or website, obviously you won't suddenly start coding. There will be someone who designs it first. So that is always the first step to creating a website or app when you are making a major project. So that is also comes under creatives. And other than that, what logistics, in logistics, you will know how actual events get conducted. So we don't just suddenly start doing the event, right? First, all the we need to get speakers, we need to get the arrangements. So for all of that, logistics will help you to know how actually the event is planned.
मार्केटिंग और पब के लिए कैसे प्रिपेयर करें? आई डोंट हैव एनी पास्ट एक्सपीरियंस. मार्केटिंग और पब के लिए तेरे को बस बोलते आना चाहिए. इट्स लाइक तो अगर ऐसे प्रिपेयर एज इन ऐसे कुछ होता नहीं है ऐसे देखने गया तो इट्स लाइक इट्स ऑल अबाउट योर वाइब कि तू कैसे प्रेजेंट करता है. जो क्वेश्चंस रहेंगे ऑन द स्पॉट तेरे को जब सामने वाला तेरे को पूछेगा स्पॉन्सर की क्या क्वेश्चन है क्या है तो उसके तेरे को तब आंसर आना चाहिए ऑन द स्पॉट. So it will be everything will be on the spot. अगर देखो prepare करना है तो you can do preparation on your presentation skill. कैसे तो present करता है. तो मार्केट के अंदर देखो तो वैसे भी कॉल पे बात करना, पब्लिसिटी में इसका कोई ऐसा है नहीं. यू कैन चेक आउट यूट्यूब वीडियोस या मिरर के सामने तो कर सकता है या everything depends on your confidence, I would say.
Okay, so in the tech kokum, I left out that the tech kokum
marketing for marketing the network will be provided by the core or we have to find by ourselves. I joined late, sorry.
या सो बेसिकली मार्केटिंग के अंदर तुम लोग को मैं बताऊंगा कैसे तुम लोग को नेटवर्क बनाना है. इट्स नॉट अबाउट कि तुम लोग को बस पिच करना है. इट्स ऑल अबाउट कि तुम लोग को मार्केटिंग के लिए अपने को कंपनीज ढूंढने भी है. एंड वी विल मेक अ डेटाबेस आल्सो. कुछ डेटाबेस शेयर होंगे पुराने पिछले साल के, बट वी हैव टू मेक अ न्यू डेटाबेस बिकॉज पिछले साल के जो डेटाबेस रहेगा दैट विल बी द ओल्ड वन. अभी जो नए स्टार्टअप्स आए रहेंगे, जो नए कंपनीज आए रहेंगे, वी हैव टू पिच दैट. सो आई वुड से कि मार्केटिंग के अंदर तुम लोग कॉन्फिडेंस तो बिल्ड होगा, तुम लोग का नेटवर्क भी बनेगा. सो इफ यू गाइज वो जो मार्केटिंग के अंदर तुम लोग जिसको अप्रोच करते हो, दे इफ दे लाइक यू, वो लोग तुम लोग को इंटर्नशिप भी दे सकते हैं या वैसे भी तो वैसे देखने के बाद तुम लोग का नेटवर्क बिल्ड हो रहा है. एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ये इस सिनेरियो में पूरा तुम लोग का एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स ऑन योर नेटवर्क कि कैसे तुम लोग कितना नेटवर्क तुम लोग का स्ट्रांग है. तो इसके अंदर तुम लोग का नेटवर्क बनेगा. सो मार्केटिंग इज अ गुड थिंग, आई वुड से. या
Okay, so I was telling about the tech kokum. So if you are in the tech kokum, your first and foremost task is to learn. So if you are in app dev, your head will help you learn all app dev frameworks like Flutter and Android, etc., etc. And in web dev also. And additionally, on top of that, as GDSC, we take up some outhouse projects. So company can come to us and say that they want a website. Mostly NGOs, we work for NGOs for free. So NGOs can come to us and ask us to create their website. So we will create it for free. And they will also provide certificates for that. So that is a certificate you can add in your resume. And that is also a project you can add in your resume. And other than that, even if you are in the non-tech role, you can still connect with your tech heads and ask for them to teach you whatever you want.
Also, during hackathons, like the web dev team will mainly focus on creating the website for the hackathon. That's another point.
Just had a query as I don't have a lot of tech related skills right now. Can I apply in T? See, if you don't have a lot of tech related skills, you can apply for non tech, right? And then, as I said, even non tech, you can still contact your heads and you can ask them to, when the tech heads are teaching their COCOM, if you ask them that you also want to be taught, then they will also teach you along with their COCOM. So we don't differentiate that way. Even if you are in non tech, you can still participate along with the tech people. Okay. So even so, what if you do not have tech knowledge, what I would recommend, get into the committee through non-tech and then build your tech knowledge inside the committee. And then in the third year, you can maybe third year again, you can, even if you are in non-tech role right now, you can be in tech role in third year. Can I be in tech and non-tech both?
Well, that depends on your skill. अगर तेरे को tech में भी तू impress कर पाया and then non-tech में भी तू impress कर पाया, never know. और तू tech में रह के you can help in non-tech also. It's not about कि तू marketing में रहेगा तो तेरे को बस marketing करना है. If you have the skill to help कर सकता है. It's like it's at the end of the day, if you are in the co-com, it will be our own committee. Like अपना committee है. Think of that way. तो it's not like कि तेरे को बस marketing करना तो बस marketing में ही करेगा. अगर तेरे को आता है तो कर सकता है. It's not about that. Yeah. एंड मोस्टली थर्ड ईयर वाला टी वाला वैसे मत सोचो कि टी में जाके करूंगा. इफ यू हैव द अपॉर्चुनिटी नाउ इन एससी तो तुम लोग अपॉर्चुनिटी ग्रैब करने का ट्राई करो. नॉट ओनली बीइंग कि तुम लोग को टेक आता नहीं, टेक सीखना चालू कर दो. यू नेवर नो कि रेज्यूमे तुम लोग को टेक अच्छे से आ जाए एंड यू इम्प्रेस द अदर टेक हेड्स, और नहीं मिला तो यू कैन कम इन नॉन टेक एंड तब तुम लोग टेक सीख सकते हो. वैसे भी ये लोग तुम लोग को हेल्प करेंगे नॉन टेक में रह के भी, एंड टी में तुम लोग ज्यादा बिजी हो जाओगे. सो वैसे मैं रेकमेंड करूंगा पर्सनली कि तुम लोग टी वाइज तो वैसे मत सोचो कि टी में जाके तुम लोग कोकॉम में आओ. उससे टी में जाके तुम लोग कोर में आने का सोचो, वैसे सोचो.
और एक और बात, तुम लोग को नहीं आता लेकिन तुम्हारे कंपटीशन को आता है कि नहीं, वो भी देखो ना. कि तुम लोग को नहीं आता, तुम्हारे कंपटीशन को भी तो उतना ही आता है. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे यू जस्ट नीड टू बीट पीपल एट योर ओन लेवल. तुम लोग को फिर नेक्स्ट ईयर, उसके लिए नेक्स्ट ईयर वेट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. नेक्स्ट ईयर सबका लेवल बढ़ जाएगा, तो इट अगेन डजंट मैटर.
Guys, can you like explain what is internship fair which Google मतलब जो core थर्ड ईयर में मिलेगा जो committees में उनको.
The internship fair is not just for people in committees. We have multiple internship fairs in our college, and all of everyone, regardless of their committee or can apply and be part of all fairs. Okay. Now we have an official DJ fair. In that, it's free, completely free, and it is organized by college. And then we have some committee specific fairs also. So in those fairs also, you can take part, even if you are not in that committee. But there is something like some committees have a membership. So if you are a member, it will be cheaper. If you are not a member, you will have to pay. So that's just it. That's nothing related to do with committees. Guys, you have any other questions? Can you please explain how to prepare for interview questions and what type of questions will be asked? Ayush, what domains are you applying for? There is no paid committee and free committee. Okay, I'm just saying that some committees tend to have a membership process. Yeah, so that you will get to know when there is time for membership, they will promote it to you in every possible way. So you will get to know about it.
Ayush and tech, what role exactly web dev, app dev, or ML? And we don't have events, we have logistics, marketing, publicity, and creatives.
Okay, so mostly for tech, how to prepare for interview. So first of all, I would suggest to firstly do the task. Or if you cannot do the task and you have any other project that you want to do or you have already done, you can do that and you can show that. Show anything that you have done related to tech, and first of all show that. And the the heads who are taking your interview, the first question they will ask you to explain these projects. So they will ask you the theory underlying that projects. They might ask you some code to explain how you did this, how do you integrated this feature. So at that point, so don't just follow a random YouTube tutorial and create it like blindly. You actually learn what is the logic behind it, and we get to know, like, we just don't look at your projects, we will ask questions related to your projects, and we will get to know whether you are a good fit for our team. What is the time devotion for this committee? Aryan, you want to answer that? Okay, the time devotion for this committee is, it basically depends on the events. So when we have our events, at that time the time devotion will be a bit more, and when we don't have events, the time devotion will be like at some, when the events are far away, then obviously you will have less work to do. Just when at the time of
You can
events, you will have
expect a
to.
monthly meet if we don't have an event,
Yeah.
and probably weekly meets if some event is coming up.
Any other questions? I have one
Yes,
major
yes, you
project.
can.
Yeah. Please add it in your resume and please show it. Bring your laptops and show it.
Yeah, explain till where you have done.
You can show just small projects made by HTML and CSS also. We are not going to judge you on your projects. We are going to judge you on your knowledge that you have on your domain. You just feel free to show any of your projects you have made, whether it be web, app, ML, cyber security. You have knowledge in cyber security. Just feel free to tell about that.
Also, don't blindly copy paste some other project from GitHub. If you are doing so, just try that you know what is being done and how it is being done. You should be able to explain what and how your project is being executed.
Anyone has any
We
other
will be
doubts?
winding up in 5 minutes. Yes, Ayushi, you can.
So some of you will ask some doubts on Instagram and just answer those. So what's the intake for each department? Like Aryan said, depends on your skills. If we find good people in any department, we'll just take you all. Although
Ayushi, just a bit louder. Just a bit louder.
so we'll just look at your skills and accordingly we'll take the people who are fitting right. There is no as such a number that we have decided. Uh, Someone has asked, what if we know only the basics? Now I assume that that is a tech related question, and I think the basics are good enough. Plus, you have 6 days left now, so you can, depending upon whatever your interest in tech is, you can go ahead and look at the tasks and prepare accordingly. Uh, Another question was, how can freshers get into the club? I think we will recruit only from second year. So what you can do now is work on your skills, whatever interests you, technical or non-technical. Just work on your skills and be prepared till your second year. Someone has asked that GDSC is a club, right? It won't affect being in student chapter like CSI. Now, overall, we recommend that you be in 2 or max to max 3 committees overall. So depending upon whatever load you can take, just be in that many committees. Try not to be in more than 3 committees. That's all.
And also, Ayushi, I would like to add, you can also be a member in CSI and ACM, like a committee, not a committee member, but just as a student, you can join the club and they have different perks for that. I mean, you join ACM and you have the internship fair and everything. So that's different, and being in committee is different, being a member of the committee. So don't get confused with that. We don't have anything like that. So you can be a member or something. You are in committee and that's all.
Yeah, some committees have memberships that you can take upon. We just have the option of being in the co-committee.
How to figure out your area of interest as a fresher? The easiest answer is exploring. Explore all the domains. Start with web dev. A lot of people start with web dev because it's easy to get into and there are a lot of tutorials on YouTube. Then you can start app dev. You can learn ML, or you can go in the creative side using UI UX or graphic designing.
You can also just learn a good programming language and get into competitive programming if that interests you.
Yeah.
Hello, I am audible.
Yeah, you are audible, Aniket.
Yes.
I am a good at creative, but I don't know past experience with Figma or Canva. So how would we express I was creative?
So
You
like
can
you are good
always
in hard
show.
creative.
Yeah, sorry, I was saying
Can
you
you
can
say
start
please?
completing the task and explore the tools that we have suggested in the task. And if we like your creative thinking and if we like your design aspect, then we'll recruit you in the creative program.
And if you have any past, drawings and all, you can take a photo of that in your phone and you can show your hard creatives also. It's not necessary that you need to know only soft creative graphic designing and all. If you're good at creatives, click the photos of that, whatever you have made, and you can show it to your creatives heads.
Okay.
Also, you have like 6 days, so learning a new tool will be also beneficial. Like you can start off with Figma basics or something.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thanks.
Welcome, Aniket. Harshal, you will be asked like some logic questions also. Like maybe in HTML, we can ask you how to achieve this specific. Like if you say that you know HTML, CSS, we might ask you some basic questions about it, like how to center an element on page. So even you can answer those questions if easily if you have made any project.
Mostly, we'll be testing your knowledge on the of the project.
Any other questions do you guys have?
Suppose I don't have a JavaScript knowledge, but functionality for the page I was added. It is okay or not? If only for HTML, CSS.
So you know any other programming language? You must have done it in the previous semester, right?
Yes.
So I think starting off with JavaScript will hardly take you 2 hours getting hands-on with the basic. And you also have around like 3-4 days. So you can start off with that if that interests you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Since you know
Thank
a programming language, it will not be difficult to switch.
I think
Okay.
interview will be based on both your task as well as your resume.
Okay.
To answer your question, Nikhil, yeah, Adobe, Photoshop, Illustrator is also fine if you know how to work with it. Any other software is also fine, but we would like to see the tasks. You can complete those tasks and also show us your previous work if you have done any.
Any other doubts?
You can paste it in the chat section. We'll wrap the call around 8:15.
The task should also be added to the resume. Yes, of course, you can add the task to your resume.
So try to push it to GitHub if it's the technical task. It will be easy to judge. Y'all can start leaving if you don't have any doubts.
Bye, guys. Thank you for attending this session, Amit.
We look
Amit
forward
wants
to see you
some.
guys registering in
Amit wants some
all
brownie
the
points.
domains.
We will share it just at the end of the meeting. We will share it in the chat.
Who is the ML head? The ML head is not here with us right now. You can text me after the meeting. I will give you his contact if you want to approach him for anything.
Yeah, Aryan Gupta,
अभी से अपने लोग हैं कि कोई और है?
आई गेस
10
कोई और
10
नहीं
दिख
है।
रहे हैं।
बस अभी हम लोग
ना कोई लो ना कोई और ले लो स्क्रीनशॉट यार
आर्यन को
मेरे में
किक कर दिया।
मान भी लो।
सेक्रेटरी है भाई
आर्यन
वो।
को
भाई आर्यन को किस
That was
आर्यन वीडियो ऑफ रखेगा तो
क्लियर
यार मेरे को क्यों निकाल रहे हो? मैंने क्या बिगाड़ा है? भाई 100 लोग ज्वाइन हुए, लगा नहीं था, मजा आ गया, अच्छा रिस्पॉन्स आया।
आईटी का एक आर्यन गुप्ता नाम का जूनियर भी है, उसको लगा होगा तो
बरबर रजिस्टर करने चाहिए हाउ मेनी हैव वी गॉट अप टिल नाउ
50 के आसपास होगा, आई थिंक 50 40 के आसपास,
देखती हूँ
40
अभी।
50।
होगा
टास्क के एंड
होगा।
पे होएगा, लाइक मोस्टली
एंड ऑफ
लास्ट
द
ईयर
डे वो भी
240
रात
था
में सब आएंगे फटाफट फटाफट।
करेक्ट करेक्ट।
दे विल बी डूइंग द टास्क अभी।
कल करना है यार C2C एक बार।
कल है कॉलेज लोगों को हाँ सॉरी है कल फ्राइडे
हमको
I'm
छुट्टी
thinking-
है for
भाई कल तो बी डिवीजन का है ही नहीं ना कॉलेज।
हम लोग का नहीं है ना कल, इसलिए मैं इन द थॉट के कल
लोग
सैटरडे
का भी नहीं है बट
हम लोग को एग्जैक्ट 50 रजिस्ट्रेशन आए हैं अभी तक।
वेरी गुड।
तो लोगों ने ग्रुप नहीं ज्वाइन किया क्या? ग्रुप में 55 ही आएंगे, सो 10 तो हम लोग हैं।
होंगे 5 लोग जिसने नहीं ज्वाइन किया।
मैं तो ग्रुप के नंबर ऑफ पार्टिसिपेंट से ट्रैक रख रही हूँ कितने रजिस्ट्रेशन आ रहे हैं।
ठीक है, एक बार इंटरव्यू के 1-2 दिन पहले भेज देंगे लिंक कि पीपल हु हैवंट जॉइन दिस लिंक वैसा।
अगर 5-6 लोग होंगे तो उनको पीसी कर देंगे।
स्क्रीनशॉट्स आए हैं ना?
स्क्रीनशॉट्स हाँ मैंने लिए थोड़े, मैं भेजती हूँ जितने मेरे
लेने
आए हैं।
और
अभी
मेरे
एक
मेरे
फुल कोर का ले लो तो इस अभी मेरे में
हाँ
अभी और
एक्चुअली
नहीं क्लिक हो रहा।
हाँ
पर सबको
मेरे
फ्रेम में
कैमरे
सेट
से
कैसे करते हैं?
हाँ ये मेरे से ढक
नहीं
रहा है।
मेरे में तो सब है। कितने? 1 2
एक
3
सेकंड
4
टुगेदर मोड
हम्म,
नहीं नहीं
11 लोग मेरे
ओ
में
माय
सब दिख
गॉड
रहा
ये
है।
क्या है?
I can
अरे
see 1
चेंज
2
योर
3
व्यू में
4
जा
5 6
और
7
गैलरी
मैं
डाल।
ब्लू
करके
कर
रखा
दो ना।
वीडियो इसीलिए।
चेंज योर व्यू पे जा, लार्ज गैलरी कर ले। नहीं लार्ज मत कर, गैलरी कर।
भाई
चेंज
टुगेदर
योर व्यू
मोड
किधर
क्या
है?
खतरनाक है।
ऊपर रिएक्ट के बाजू में व्यू है, चेंज योर व्यू वही है।
लार्ज गैलरी करना पड़ेगा ना फिर सब
हाँ
आएगा
लार्ज गैलरी पे
picture में।
अच्छा आ रहा है। हाँ
अच्छा मेरे में ऐसे ही सब आ रहे हैं।
लेकिन लार्ज गैलरी में मैं खुद क्यों नहीं दिख रही हूँ? एक सेकंड,
कौन नहीं
taking
दिख
the picture?
नहीं तो दिखेगी नीचे एक डाउन एरो होएगा, उसको ऊपर कर।
नहीं
वो
मैं तो
पीपल के बाजू
सेंटर
में
में
रहेगा।
राइट हैंड साइड नीचे एक डाउन
राइट
एरो
हैंड साइड
होएगा,
में, हाँ।
उसको ऊपर कर। और एक्चुअली दिख भी
तो
रही हूँ,
एक
मैं 2
फोन
जगह
से
दिख
ले
रही
लो।
हूँ।
भाई फोन से क्वालिटी कितना गंदा
फोन से
आएगा।
मत लो, स्निपिंग टूल या फिर प्रिंट स्क्रीन यूज करो।
नहीं नहीं हाँ प्रिंट स्क्रीन से आता है। मैं एक लेती हूँ, सब स्माइल करो सामने देख के।
अभी हंसी नहीं निकलेगी, उस वक्त इतनी निकल रही थी।
हाँ
भाई,
भाई आर्यन
मुझे
और
ना
ये
वीडियो
अभिषेक कितना हंस रहे थे, और वो बंदा अपने रेज्यूमे के बारे में बता रहा था और ये लोग हंस
भाई
रहे थे।
सबसे पहले तो उसका सरनेम सुन के मेरे को हंसी छूटा।
हाँ यार,
अरे भाई
एक तो गलत पढ़ लिया पहले।
भाई मेरे को तो मिहिर का और श्रेजू में देख के डर लगे, साला ऐसा तो मेरा भी नहीं बना अब तक।
भाई
इसका 2 पेज का बन गया है।
भाई वो इंसान ब्रैक करने आया था।
यही
और ऊपर
वो
से
ब्लैक
डाउट्स भी वो
मेरा
पूछ
भी
रहा है
अरे
सबसे
he's
ज्यादा,
a
ऊपर से डाउट्स भी
he's
पूछ
a
रहा है।
he's a direct second year student
वो
and
सेकंड ईयर में था
he's
फर्स्ट।
like an
हाँ
overachiever.
और
पीएससी
मतलब
के
So
स्टूडेंट
एटीट्यूड
ऐसे ही
देखा,
होते हैं
शुड
यार।
आई लीव देन, शुड आई लीव?
उसको बोलना चाहिए था ना, हाँ लीव कर दो। मैंने देखा नहीं, वो बोल देती मैं लीव कर
वो
दो
अगर
निकल जा।
अप्लाई करेगा तो वी सिलेक्ट हिम और नॉट।
देखते हैं रियल लाइफ में भी इतना
भाई
स्टफ है।
बट
तू ले रही कब ले रही बता के ले भाई।
ले लिया क्या स्क्रीनशॉट? अभी इतना हंस रहे थे यार,
हाँ
अब वापस
एक
हंसी नहीं
अरे
निकलेगी।
एक तो
कैंडिड
लिया
ले लेती,
था
इतना हंसे सब।
वही तो,
यार।
फोरम तो म्यूट है।
वो मीटिंग चैट हाइड कर लेना।
ये तो मैंने मीटिंग के टाइम जो लिए थे वो सब स्क्रीनशॉट्स भेजे।
ड्राइव में बना के भेज दे एक साथ।
नहीं 4 ही
तो
है, ऐसे ही रख ले यार, ड्राइव क्या बनाऊं 4 फोटो के लिए।
बराबर, सही बात है।
हाँ भेज दिया, वी आर रिक्रूटिंग वाला डाल देता है।
अपन भी वाइंड अप करते थे।
आयुषी ये फोटो में बस तू ही स्माइल कर रही है, मतलब हम लोग जब
मैं
इतना स्माइल
मैं
कर
ले
रहे
रही
थे
थी
तब
तुम लोग जो स्माइल कर रहे थे तब मैं भी बिजी हो गई ना थोड़ा सा देखने में
मैंने
तुम लोग किस चीज पे हंस रहे।
मैंने एक डाला है उस पे स्टोरी पे,
हाँ
देख
वो
लो।
देखो।
तूने
वो
डायरेक्ट
देखा
स्टोरी
आई
पे
थिंक
डाल
सो।
दिया बिना हमें
यही हम लोग
दिखाए।
को दिखाया
हाँ
भी
बिना हमें दिखा यार। वाओ।
वेरी स्मार्ट।
ठीक है ना। अभी वो तभी सबको
भाई
बोलना था वापस
आंची
ज्वाइन
यार
करना इसके लिए।
एक और डाल दे यार, थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग, उसमें थोड़े अच्छे दिख रहे हो वैसा कोई डाल दे।
ये ऐसा लग रहा है वो मम्मी पापा फोटो लेते ना और स्टोरी पे डाल देते।
अरे रुक जा, इससे अच्छा मेरे पास होंगे। मेरे पास मैंने एक्चुअली 2 स्क्रीन किया था कि ये रेज्यूमे का साइड में रखा था और अपना फोटोज अलग रखा था। मेरे पास होगा, मैं भेजता हूँ। रुक, ये हटा दे।
यार इतना अभी तूने जो फोटो भेजा उसमें वो कभी लिया था? अच्छा इंटरव्यू सेशन के टाइम पे लिया था।
कौन सा फोटो?
अभी जो तूने अभी डाला ना ग्रुप पे।
अब
हाँ, वो
किस
तो
बात पे हंस
5
रहा है
मिनट पहले
विनीत
ही
तू
लिया
भाई?
था।
तो मेरा
अब किस
वीडियो
बात
क्यों
की तेरी
नहीं
हंसी छूट रही है?
ऑनेस्टली?
भाई विनीत को देख के मुझे
हेलो।
इतनी हंसी आती थी यार।
अरे
विनीत तो
मेरे
हंसने के लिए
को
कैमरा
आता
ऑफ
ही
कर रहा
है।
था स्पेशली।
उसको पूछ,
भाई वो
निष्ठा को पूछ
रेज्यूमे
भाई।
बिल्डिंग सेशन, वो रेज्यूमे बिल्डिंग सेशन था ना, मतलब ऐसा बोरिंग नहीं था ना?
नहीं मजा आया।
हंसी आ रही थी, हंस रहे थे सब लोग पागल हो
हाँ।
गए थे। एक तो बंदा बोलने के लिए भी नहीं बोल रहा है, मैं तो बोलने के लिए बोल देती आई वाज क्लास लीडर है सब कुछ।
यही मतलब बोल ही नहीं रहा, क्या
अकेले में
कंटेंट
बोल
डालूं
रहा
मैं?
था भाई, कुछ नहीं था
वही
बेचारे
मेरे को
के
ऐसा लग
पास।
रहा था कि भाई गलत बंदे कुछ, मैंने प्लांट करके रखा था एक बंदा, मैंने उसका रेज्यूमे भी मांगा था कि दिखा तेरा कैसा है, बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत गंदा है, चेक करने के लिए सब। वो तो बोल रहा था मैं और गंदा करके भेजता हूँ, चाहिए तो तुम लोग को इम्प्रूव करना है तो।
भाई इतना एफर्ट्स।
सपोर्टिव।
ठीक है,
कुछ
बस
है
हो गया सब फोटो सेशन।
हाँ, वेबसाइट के
ये
लिए
क्या
अच्छा
है,
फोटो
तेरे
आ
मैं
गया ना
फोटो में
बस।
ना
कंटिन्यूअसली 1
मैं
घंटे
नहीं
से
हूँ।
बोले जा रही हूँ।
लास्ट फोटो में अभिषेक और विनीत की हंसी की आज छूट रही है।
कौन सा फोटो?
थैंक गॉड मैं फोटो कैमरा नहीं दिखता टीम्स में, लोगों को
भाई
देखना
वो
नहीं पड़ा।
भाई ये अभिषेक
हाँ,
पूरा टाइम हंस
ये
रहा था, लेकिन एक बार भी नहीं था जब वो हंस
लाफ्टर
नहीं
क्लब
है।
चालू वैसे
लोगों
हंस
को
रहे
लगा उसका नॉर्मल
हैं।
फेस वैसा दिखता है शायद।
बस हो
और
गया,
कुछ है?
जाना है घर और
मैं
अब
ये
घर।
अभी
फोटो
घर
में
पे
हाँ
मैं
नहीं
नहीं
भाई।
हूँ।
अरे हाँ।
वापस
ए
खींची।
हाँ, ये नहीं है फोटो में, ध्रुवी नहीं है।
तो वो जीमीट पे रखना चाहिए था ना, सिंबॉलिक होता।
मैंने वही बोला
भाई
था, गूगल का है तो
भाई
गूगल मीट पे रखो।
जीमीट पे मैंने सर्च किया, 100% लिमिट है।
अरे
हाँ
तू
वो है।
वेबिनार बना देती ना, वेबिनार होस्ट करके, तो नहीं रहता लिमिट।
देखते हैं अभी नेक्स्ट टाइम।
और कुछ है?
लास्ट
बस
पिक्चर
फिर
प्लीज। कब से
हाँ
बोल
तो
रही हो यार, कोई तो
और वो क्या
रिस्पॉन्ड
लास्ट
करो।
पिक्चर? अरे
मैं
करना
नहीं
तो।
हूँ फोटो में।
तो वीडियो ऑन करके
मैंने
आ जा
ऑफ
फोटो
किया,
में।
देख अभी बोल, कुछ आएगी स्क्रीन पे तू।
ऑन ही
मैंने
है मेरा
कैमरा ऑफ
वीडियो,
किया।
कब से मेरा
उसको
माइक
क्यों?
भी ऑन है।
मेरे में सिर्फ 5 6 7 लोग का दिख रहा है वीडियो।
अरे वो क्यों नहीं आ रही है? मैंने ऑफ, सब लोग एक बार ऑफ
एक
कर दो
सेकंड
तो
एक
ध्रुवी
सेकंड।
आ जाएगी स्क्रीन पे।
हाँ चलो, ऑफ किया मैंने भी।
ओके अभी आई पुट इट ऑफ
हाँ
ना
अब आ रही है।
आई आई आई।
चलो।
मेरे अलावा कोई भी लाल नहीं है। आई एम यूनिक।
क्या?
उत्सव के अलावा कोई ग्रीन नहीं है, ध्रुवी के अलावा कोई येलो नहीं है।
इसके लिए मैंने बोला था ब्लू कर दो।
नहीं भाई,
नहीं ठीक है, अच्छा लग रहा है
कलरफुल
ऐसे
रखो।
थोड़ा।
बस भाई अब इतना भी
चलो
चेंजेस
फोटो
नहीं
फोटो।
है यहाँ एक फोटो के लिए।
चलो फटाफट खींचो।
आज चलो यार, हंसी निकल रही है थोड़ी बहुत। बस चलो, अभी
बस
खत्म।
हो गया।
चलो चलो, वाइंड अप।
ओके,
चलो बाय बाय।
चलो बाय बाय।
बाय बाय
बाय।
गाइस।
बाय बाय
बाय।
Hey,
बाय।
one last thing. Sorry,
निष्ठा
sorry,
निष्ठा।
sorry.
बोल
Guys,
हाँ
बोल।
पहले ध्रुवी
anybody
बोल।
posting stories on Instagram through our account, please एक बार notify कर देना कि कौन क्या story डाल रहा है. Please, it's
आई
like a
डोंट हैव
एक्सेस
confusion.
ही नहीं है किसी के पास।
हाँ,
हाँ
I
सिर्फ
mean,
सिर्फ
हाँ सिर्फ
नहीं,
तेरे
सिर्फ
पास है,
हमारे
तेरे पास और हेतवी
हमारे
के
पास
पास
और
है
आयुषी के
मेरे
पास है।
पास है।
हाँ
और
okay,
आयुषी
okay,
के
okay.
पास है,
So it's
बस इन
just the
तीनों
three
के
of
पास ही
us,
है।
so we'll know who is doing what.
हाँ
Otherwise,
बस
हाँ
ये 3 के पास ही है।
आज मैंने
और
से वो स्टोरी वो रिप्लाई डाला क्वेश्चन का, और निष्ठा ने बोला था तो वो डाल।
okay. No, what happened is कि मैंने
रिकॉर्डिंग
मैंने
किसके
सोचा
पास
कि
है?
मैं डालती हूँ एक कि you know, it's
Insta के
at
पास है, I
7,
think
so
so.
session is going to start soon. मैंने
बोला
बना
मैंने
लिया, फिर मैंने
chat
इंस्टाग्राम खोला,
में
तो
डालने
ये
के लिए।
किसने डाला? मैंने यार हेती तूने डाला क्या? ऐसा
अरे
तो
वो
वो
मेरे को
थोड़ा
निशा ने
Right,
बोला
कंफ्यूजन
right.
हो
था
गया।
तो डाल दिया।
बराबर है,
नहीं
बराबर है.
नहीं, ठीक है, तो अभी मालूम है कि कौन डाल रहा है एक्चुअली। बाय।
बाय
Bye bye.
गाइस।
चलो, बाय बाय बाय.